Chance again, here's an opportunity.
Nigel Rothwath boots the ball, but it's straight down Banachek's throat, unfortunately for him. This ball bounces, and Srinath Surya Bandara. Now let's see what he can do, but can't get away from the tackle of Bartoszek.
Fortunately for Poland, there was somebody there, Shanak. Otherwise, Surya would have just sidestepped and he was away.
Oh, that's a bad pass by Surya Bandara there. This is definitely going to be a penalty for Poland. Holding on is the call, and Sharo had absolutely no option there. That's one we just cannot blame him for, Shan, because he knew he was the last defender before the line, and if the Poles got that ball, they were over for all money, so he had to hold on, and he's probably lucky that the referee didn't think it was a professional foul.
Yes, I rather think Sharo knew exactly what he was up to, but it was one of those things he had to sacrifice and give the 3 for rather than give the 7, Shanaka. Well, it's one of those things sometimes you do. That pass was atrocious. It really went far to the back of the line or the receiver, which meant that Sri Lanka had to turn around, and the Polish pressure was good. So here's a chance for the Polish kicker.
So a couple of replacements on the field for Sri Lanka. We've just seen Terence Henry and Rohit Rajapaksa drop to the bench, and we'll see who has actually replaced them. And David Banachek, the captain, puts those 3 points on the board to take Poland out to a lead of 9 points. Sorry, that's not 9 points, it's 5 points. That's the kick going over. Easy as you like from Banachek, who had a miserable day with the boots against Madagascar, but seems to have found his kicking form. May have packed his kicking boots in the suitcase that he hadn't opened that day. Reza Mubarak will get the restart underway, and Sri Lanka will look to get on the board as quickly as they possibly can. Sandun Herath almost running onto that ball.
Oh, I wish Sandun would have been able to collect that ball, Shanaka. It would have been very interesting to see.
He would have gone all the way for sure, Shan. Good pressure on Srinath Surya Bandara there, but was it legal? That's Satya Ranatunga, who's on the field, and it's a bit of a touch and go situation for Srinath Surya Bandara there.
Yes, very unfortunate. He's not been able to get the ball away clean, and it's not a case that Surya is slightly slow to the mark. It's just that the ball is a little bit difficult to control. So just hoping that he can get his hands sorted out. Here's a chance now for Sri Lanka in a good position to strike.
Jason Dissanayake on the open side flank for Sri Lanka. Bilal Hassan gets some good channel 1 ball. Lavanga Pereira now with a chance to run. This is Sandun Herath. Herath gives it to Mubarak, who's in the line, takes a bad pass and makes something of it. Manages to make it available. That's what he does so well. Srinath Surya Bandara. Bilal Hassan's intended recipient was too far back. Surya Bandara once again to Lavanga Pereira, the debutant.
He's having a good game so far, is Lavanga.
Yes, he hasn't done much, but he's done everything that's been asked of him well. Satya Ranatunga takes it from a standing start and doesn't get enough. Surya Bandara tries to step the big prop, but Bachevsky is equal to it. Nigel Rothwath, Sharo Fernando. Reza Mubarak with some space now. Looks on his outside. Chamara Dabare. Gerta spins and comes back in. That's good play to keep the ball in the field of play.
Excellent play from Sri Lanka. Phase play now. They're just going through the process and still maintaining possession. Good stuff.
Satya Ranatunga absolutely turned over on his head. Is this a yellow card we're going to see? This could be the break Sri Lanka needs. Yes, the referee is going to his pocket, and that might just be what Sri Lanka need, because Satya Ranatunga was absolutely upended in what was a very, very dangerous tackle. Look at it here. Satya runs into that tackle. He was picked up. Let's watch it from a different angle now. Bang! He was picked up and completely upended.
Ooh.
And he's lucky. Satya is really lucky to be able to get up from that tackle. And that is the tight head prop, Wyszewski, who will be going to the bin for that. He's lucky it's only a yellow card, Shan.
I was going to say that.
Really different.
I was just about to say that, Shanaka, because he's very lucky. If you look at the replay and how Satya landed, that is absolutely illegal. And the referee has been kind not to give that chap a red card. Satya, even luckier to be able to stand up, shows the strength of our lads and what he can do. Satya stood up, he took the tackle, bounced off his shoulder. Good form from him.
And that might be something for the sighting commissioner to talk about. He's sitting just outside our room here watching this match on the television. And for the first time in this IRB sanctioned tournament, we are having a sighting commissioner here in Sri Lanka. As Riza Mubarak gets 3 more points on the board and keeps Sri Lanka within that 2-point touching distance. So a penalty will win it for us, or at least get us into the lead. And Poland are now a man short. Sri Lanka need to make it count.
That they certainly do. They have to rethink very quickly and see where they can make that profit happen. So in the meantime, good from Riza, good from Satya to be standing up still. And for Sri Lanka, you talked about sighting. I was also hoping we might be able to have a video referee, so add to that all of that. And we certainly would have had a good situation in that first game had we done that. So it's something to look forward to. In the meantime, there's a scrum ball for Sri Lanka and a chance to be able to get up the park again. Perhaps we need to now look at maybe playing a bit of a territorial game as well, Shanaka, because we're still trying to run at them now. We've done that, they've seen it, and it's been done. Now we need to actually try and get in the corners and maybe pin Poland a little bit back and try and get up the field a little bit more.
Yeah, Shan, it's going to be a big ask for Poland now without that one player, a prop at that. So they'll be without a third row forward now for the scrums. So that means that there'll be a lot more openings for Bilal Hassan to run into.
Set.
Niroshan Fernando especially has been taken into his side to do that sort of thing that you talked about, both of you. So he's got the talent, and as we see Sri Lanka moving forward, getting the ball out, and Niroshan with the ball, and this is what he's good at, but this is kicked away really. But he's the man who's got to really control the next quarter of the game.
Indeed he does, and he's got some good confidence now with him. So he'll play the same game he plays for Havelocks and played so well to make the league champions last year. But he looked at the blind side. Sandun Herat, this might have been an inspired move. Sandun Herat, has he got the gas to go all the way? He's got a man outside him, looks inside. Oh, and couldn't get the ball away.
What did he think of doing when he stopped? It's still on, it's available. Jason, he's got the strength.
Jason Dissanayake almost breaks the final tackle. The ball is still available, and this is Fernando. Niroshan Fernando gets a brace to put Sri Lanka in the lead. And this is the man who started it off and finished it off. Niroshan Fernando, who we've been talking about, has absolutely banished the demons of his horror debut, and he has now scored both tries for Sri Lanka, and that puts us in the lead and will break the Polish hearts because they've got a man short and they know it's all to do for them now.
Absolutely, Shanaka. This is Jason Dissanayake again off the 7th circuit, strong as they come. Nicely done, beautiful, collect, look at that, look at the offload on this. That's what it's all about, no Polish defense, and Niroshan, like you said, the architect of now what Sri Lanka will strike forward. But take it back to Sandun and see how much work that Sandun did. Outstanding, impeccable running from the winger for Sri Lanka. Take the replay back to Sandun and the collection from Niroshan and how he just rushed the line and took the defense and tore it to pieces. Brilliant stuff.
23 plays 18, so Sri Lanka now in a lead after that moment of brilliance from Niroshan Fernando. Started off from Niroshan Fernando in his own 22, completely changed direction, put Sandun Herat into space. Sandun turned and looked and saw Pudi Swarnatilaka outside him, thought, I'll hang on to this, I'm not going to pass it to a prop. And in the end it came all to fruition. Sandun gave it to Jason. The 2-7s boys then managed to give it to Niroshan, who finished it off, which is great work and a great team try for Sri Lanka. Saranga to Shara Fernando, now with their tails up again, Sri Lanka with all that confidence and wind behind them.
Well, we talked about that, Shanaka, and now I think it's a case of really getting down into those corners. Now you need to pin Poland back and put the pressure behind their lines. Here's Poland now trying to see if they can strike out. Oh,
it's a big right winger who hasn't seen much of the ball. That's Pavlicek.
Very good body check there.
All right.
Something just thrown out of the way. Or Dabre, I think it was. There's Poland trying to make sure that they make amends for that and try and get back on the score sheet. That's good now. Where's Sri Lanka? Put pressure.
Banachek gives it to Buchovski, who tries to pass instead of running into the man.
Yes, just going back to that try, we see the knock-on coming up because of Sri Lanka pressure. But going back to that try, what's so nice to see about Niroshan's play is his support lines. Amazing support lines. He knows where to come in, and also Jason Disanaika's support, former Vidyarthya boy, young boy, still 20, 21. What great display of support play, and this is really telling on the Polish players.
Step back.
So Rohit Rajapaksa gave way to Jason Disanaika, who has come on and made the best of that run-on that he has got. Ishan Noor has also now come into the fray for Sri Lanka. He'll probably move into the second row position. It's Pavlicek to Banachek, his captain, who hasn't done much in this second half. Reza Mubarak takes it as safe as a house and looks for Srinath Surya Bandara. Now can they spark something? Dabrowski doesn't let the little man get away.
Yes, well, actually wrapped up by that Dabrowski lad. Otherwise, Suri was out round the corner. But Sri Lanka doing well. They're at the breakdowns. They're doing the sharp work well. And this is what you want.
Reza puts the cross kick in for Southern Herat to chase. Can he get up there? Yes, he can. But unfortunately, it takes too long to turn around. And now we might be without a fullback. Luckily for Sri Lanka, that ball stops and bounces safely into the in-goal area. Reza almost forgets to touch it down.
Yes, very lucky indeed. The ball just trickling over the line, almost as somebody had just planned it, but hard work still. There's the coach, Ronnie Ibrahim. He'll be biting his fingernails, Will Chintaka as well. They won't have any fingernails left. Sharo off the park after the hard work he's put in. But it's his opportunity for Sri Lanka. It really is a great opportunity. We've got almost 20 minutes to negotiate, and if Sri Lanka can be sharper in those 20 minutes, lots to look forward for everybody watching with us. It really is going to spice up into the game of this series.
Pavlek, that quick throw called back for Poland, and they'll be disappointed with that because they look like they had something going for them.
No, leave it. Leave it.
Be very relieved that his team are in the lead. They've deserved this lead. They've fought back really well.
Well, Shanka, they've done their homework, and I'm really impressed that a side can actually transform from that first game, which we have to admit really was off the boil. They were off the mark. Their performance levels weren't good enough on the day, and that's why they came second to Madagascar. Today, they have shown what heart they have, what courage they have, and what pride to be able to play for your country. Good stuff.
Yes, you could see the passion when they walked out and they're singing the anthems. Great collection by Nigel Ratwater. This is a man who can really break the game, Ratwater. But he's bundled out into touch just before the 22. But just a glimpse of what he can do given half a gap.
Yes, and it is very exciting to see the Southern Herat, the Dabere, the Ratwata, the Jason Dasanaika, all the lads of Sri Lanka's sevens team that are currently lying number 3 in Asia, the bronze medalists, and this is what it's all about. So we just need to be able to put these lads into space, and a lot will happen for us today in this wonderful race course.
Craig Buchzewski, the try scorer and thrower into the line out, having a litany of complaints. Mirosh takes that tidily and sacked immediately by Satya Ranatunga. So that's good to see them sacking. It's not a good pass to Laurentovic. But Lavanga Pereira collects well. Actually, it's Nuan Hettiarachi who's come onto the field now.
A little bit isolated. They need to get in space and get some support up there. Otherwise, he's in trouble.
Stayed on his feet well, though. Surya Bandara. Srinath Surya Bandara gives it to Mubarak, who puts the chip in.
Just missed the tackle there. Unfortunately for Reza, but good thought.
Banachek takes it into contact, and now they wait. Satya Ranatunga shows that he's willing to take the fight to these Polish lads. Plonka, this 7-man Polish pack now, having their work cut out for them. A terrible pass.
Pressure!
Laurentovic manages to rescue it and get the ball away as well. That's good ball work from Buchevski.